FC25 is finally here, and our first rebuild is going to be with AS Roma, who've had a bit of a bumpy start, already sacking their manager Daniele De Rossi. And now with Ivan Jurić at the wheel, he's got this team to overtake and to bring Blair back to glory. The target, as per usual, as in the FC24 videos, is always to win the UEFA Champions League in the end, making Roma the best club in Europe. The formation is a bit weird here with Roma. I don't really like this central formation. I may just change that, but we have certainly the new man in Artem Dovbyk, the Ukrainian striker, best scorer of the La Liga last season. Kone is here on loan from Gladbach, also a talented player. He's only 23. We have, of course, the new men Hermoso and Hummels, who are here on the bench, alongside goalkeeper Ryan, who is the backup goalkeeper. Matthias Sule, he's also very talented, 21 only, 77 overall already. I think for the first season, what we absolutely need here, we are allowed to make 3 transfers, and a new goalkeeper would certainly be a good idea. A new right back as well, because Celik, granted, he's 27 only, but he's only 75 rated. That's not great. The menus in FC25 are a bit different. You can play a youth tournament if you have enough youth players, which we don't at the moment. So we are going to recruit, or we have already recruited, a new youth staff scout, the default one actually, in Casadai here. He's 5-star scout, and he goes to Italy for 9 months. But I'm just going to show you what you can do. You can even scout players from, I don't know, San Marino, for example. We are not going to do it, but already the scout, one from Andorra, one from San Marino, one from Gibraltar, and one from Cyprus. That is quite funny. There is, of course, finally an option not to get sacked on this game. Players like myself who play on console have been really adamant about this, and finally they've really introduced that. So you don't need mods on PC. You can also play on PlayStation without getting sacked. That's a big upgrade on FC25. The menus are a bit different. I'm gonna take you through that very shortly here. You have the home, the notifications, your squad, where you of course see everything surrounding your players, the transfers you can make. Of course, we are going to make that in a short amount of time, and then office and customization. So yeah, it's a bit of a different layout, I have to say. Rebuild Sombrero is the new manager of AS Roma, and here you can see, hope the AS Roma chairperson is right that handing Sombrero the manager's job is a good move. And then we have Dimas Martial already being very, very skeptical here. I mean, we are going to prove this guy wrong. We have got 82 million in our budget, and that's because we've sold a couple of players. First off, Buba Sangare, a young player, only 63 rated for 1.2 million to Stade Brestois. Zeki Celik, the right back of our, not really of our choice, 7.7 million to Lecce. And then centre back, a bit controversial, Evan Endika to Fiorentina, because we've got Hermoso, Hummels at the club, as well as Mancini. And Samuel Dahl, who has gone on loan, a talented left back. My very first transfer on FC25 is a very cheap one actually. In a swap deal, a backup striker, 20 years of age. The cutscenes are still the same old. But we have signed Johan Boni from Parma for 2 million plus Eldor Shomurodov, our backup striker. And we got an A rating. That's brilliant to see. Actually, I was a little bit of an idiot when I said we had this much of a budget, because we've only got 49 million. Not like the 80 million I said before. Our next signing is a new goalkeeper. As I said, we needed one. And that's why we've gone in for one that had his contract expiring in 11 months. In Alvaro Valles from UD Las Palmas, 23 million he cost us only. I already love that rebuild because I've stolen a player from a rival, a new right back. I fooled Napoli a little bit. Going in for their captain. He was a bit sick and tired of Napoli not performing. That's why he's joined our new project. Giovanni Di Lorenzo joining us for 13 million plus Saud Abdelhamid, who goes the other way to Napoli. So this is how we are looking like with those new players. 27-year-old, 81 rated Valles. We have a new right back, 30, 82 in, of course, Di Lorenzo. And a new backup striker. Here he is, in Boni, Johan Boni, 2073. Really excited to see what this team can deliver in our first ever season on FC25. First season with Roma is over, and sensationally, we are the champions. On same points than Lombardia, which I think is Inter. Lazio, our city rivals, in third. Juventus in fourth, and AC Milan in fifth. Wow, what a first season. 84 points, 90 goals scored. We've even won Coppa Italia. What a season this has been against Juventus. In the Europa League, we finished 10th in the table. Of course, there is a new table. Nice topped it, Man United 4th. We are in 10th place, which meant that we had to go to the playoffs where we beat Ferencvárosi 3-0. Round of 16, we overcame Besiktas after being behind at home 4-3. For the finals, we destroyed city rivals Lazio. That's what you love to see. Semi-finals, we even beat Galatasaray. And in the Jose Mourinho derby, we lost in the final 1-0. We nearly made it a treble. On the other hand, the Champions League goes to Manchester City over Bayern 4-2 on penalties. And the Conference League goes to Chelsea over Lens. Having a look at the goals, 42 for Dovbig is crazy. 31 and 11 for Dybala, 18 and 15 even for Captain Pellegrini. The team is looking very good as well. Hummels down to an 82, Mancini 83, Cristante 82, Paredes 79. Sule, I mean, he's a bit out of position. We may change the tactics in the second season, but Dybala 89, Dovbig up to an 85, even Valles, the goalkeeper, we bought up to an 85, and Di Lorenzo 83. I would never have expected us to finish in first place in this first season. We have Champions League football in season number 2. Of course, Manu Kone returned to his loan, to his parent club actually, Borussia Mönchengladbach. And that's why the first signing of season 2 is him. The man with the blue hair, Kouadio Manu Kone, coming in for 44.8 million. We've also got one superb youth academy player, Enrico Moretti. He's only 15 now, but he's 61 rated, 90 to 94 potential. And after buying Kone, we've still got 35 million left. We have just gone on to clear out the club, selling Eduardo Bove. A bit of a painful one, but in real life he's been frozen out as well, so that's why we've sold it for 15 million to France. 9.5 million for backup centre-back Marash Kumbula to Monza. 3.5 million for Darboe to Ipswich. And then 5.3 for Ryan to Brighton. Solbakken for 5.5 to Torino. And Tammy Abraham, 21.7 million. As you can see, a lot of business. Also Pagano on loan and Cherubini out. Abraham, the former top scorer of Roma. One of the best scorers in Serie A. But he's fallen off a little bit. That's why he's gone to Atalanta. Which also means that we are back up to 91.3 million in our current budget. We've also got new screens for the tactical visions and the tactics, so we've got the change here. I've changed it to a 4-3-3 holding formation, so that we've got Pellegrini and Kone in that centre midfield, Cristante in the CDM spot. And as a second signing, lads, we go in for an absolute superstar. He's just recently joined Liverpool in real life. It is Federico Chiesa joining us for a big chunk of money, 60 million from Liverpool. Our final signing of season number 2 is a new left-back who gives backup at least to Angelino, if not overtaking him in the long run. Another Spaniard for that left-back spot, Sergio Gomez, coming in for 14 million from Real Sociedad. This is how our team is looking like. Angelino still the starter at left-back, but he's 28. Whereas Gomez is about 24. We have Kone, of course, starting 24-81. And Chiesa at right wing, 27-84. I mean, the team is looking better than last season. Angelino, the only one under the overall of 80. We are the halfway point of season number 2. We are still sitting in third place. 45 points. 7 points of Inter and 3 points of Napoli. Still in a good spot, though. In the Champions League, we have qualified for the round of 16, or for the playoffs actually, where it's not official yet who we will face. Well, it is official now. We will face Borussia Dortmund in a two-legged affair in the Champions League playoff stage. First leg, Champions League playoff stages, Borussia Dortmund against Roma in the Signal Iduna Park in Dortmund, and it's a 2-2 draw. Chiesa, Girassi, Chiesa, and Özcan with the goals. Second leg, here we are then at the Stadio Olimpico at home. Can we turn the tie in our favor against Dortmund? Yes, it's a 4-0 win. Angelino, Dovbyk, Dybala, and Cristante trash Dortmund 4-0. In the round of 16, we will face Monaco at home first of all. Can we get another nice advantage in the first leg? No, it's a 1-0 draw. Zinchenko and Dybala with the goals, so all square for the second leg. Here we are, second leg in Monaco. Can we overturn this or can we actually get the win? No, we lose 1-0. And we are out in the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League in Season 2, even though we had more. At the end of Season number 2, it is Napoli being the new champions. We cannot confirm our title, but we will still be in the UEFA Champions League in Season number 3 as third place, 75 points. In the EA Sports Super Cup, we got knocked out by Lazio, our city rivals, in the semi-finals, and it is Lazio winning that title. However, we do win the bigger one, the Coppa Italia over AC Milan. We win that back-to-back, 1-0 in the final. Well done, lads. Champions League goes to Atletico Madrid over Barcelona. The Europa League goes to Milan over Arsenal. And finally, the UEFA Europa Conference League goes to Aston Villa over Wolfsburg. We have done a terrific job. I mean, look at those overalls. 91 Dybala. We have an 85 Pellegrini, 82 Conne, 83 Cristante, Hermoso 84, Mancini 85, even Di Lorenzo 85. In terms of goals, we have Chiesa with 26, 19 for Dovbyk, a bit less than what I would have expected. 15 and 11 for Dybala is great. 15 goals even for Sharawi from the bench. 7 from Conne, 5 from Angelino. Not bad. We end Season 3 with a cup, of course, the Coppa Italia. We have reached the semi-finals of the Supercoppa and third place in Serie A, as well as the round of 16 in, of course, the UEFA Champions League. Not too bad. Let's see what we can do in Season 3. First outgoing of Season 3 is Angelino goes to RB Leipzig for 16 million. First incoming of Season number 3, on the other hand, is Miguel Gutierrez, who replaces Angelino for 46 million from Girona. His contract was expiring. Following that, we have Martin Zubimendi, a CDM, joining Roma for 45 million. His contract was also expiring. We have sold the likes of Leandro Paredes to Athletic Club for 15.5 million and Samuel Dahl, a third-string left-back, to VfB Stuttgart for 10 million. Which means that we still have about 33 million to go in for one final player. With 33 million, we obviously couldn't go in for a world-class player, but we've gone in for the best there was to recruit a 17-year-old exciting prospect from Germany. He played for Napoli in this save. It is Matthias Gross joining us from Napoli for 23 million, a centre-back. Zubimendi replaces Cristante in that CM/CDM position. Of course, Cristante is now 31, Zubimendi only 27. Gutierrez goes on to that left-back spot. He's really class. 24, 84 rated. Of course, replacing and upgrading on Angelino with this. Hermoso and Mancini are our centre-back duo. We didn't have another centre-back as Hummels retired. So now Gross is there with 17, 77. And then El Sharawi is at the halfway point, and look at this table. I mean, we are still in the title race, but only in 5th place right now. 45 points after 23 games, 49 for Fiorentina as a very surprising leader of the league. We have managed to finish in 3rd place in the Champions League phase. That is crazy good. I mean, we are immediately qualified for the round of 16, and we will face Leverkusen in the round of 16 after the playoff round had been played. Bayern will face Real Madrid, Man United, Barcelona. I mean, we've come away with a relatively good draw, I'd say, looking at the other games. Here we are then at the Bayer Arena in Germany for the round of 16. Of course, the stage where we got knocked out last season. Let's hope that it goes differently this season. But we lose the first leg on Onyeka and Hoffmann with the goals. So once again, we are behind Dovbyk with our goal, but they turned the game around. Unfortunately, we couldn't turn the tie around in the second leg, 1-1 draw at home, so we are out once again in the round of 16. After that hammer blow in the Champions League, we still finished in second place behind AC Milan, just about missed out on a second title of this rebuild. Whereas the Coppa Italia we couldn't win for a third consecutive time, as Atalanta have defeated us this time in the final as well. We have Bayern Munich defeating Manchester City in the Champions League final. Spurs defeating Fenerbahce in the Europa League. And West Ham defeating Panathinaikos to bring another title to England, the Europa Conference League. Our squad is looking absolutely nice, better than ever. I mean, the defense with Di Lorenzo could get improved. I'm a bit disappointed that Gutierrez didn't really grow. And the top goal scorer is Chiesa, 24 goals, 17 for Dovbyk, 17 for Dybala, 15 for Cornet, 13 for retiring El Shaarawy. So good job here. Very successful Serie A season. Second place, just 2 points behind AC Milan. We've also made it into the final of the Supercoppa, the final of the Coppa Italia, and of course the round of 16 of the Champions League, where I want to see us improve in Season 4. We need to make a couple of big changes for Season 4, and that's exactly why we've gone in for a world-class right-back. In Achraf Hakimi joining us from Barcelona for 45 million, plus Enzo Lefebvre, our rotational sporadic midfielder. As well as making a second and final signing for the midfield, replacing Lefebvre. It is Pablo Barrios, the former Atletico Madrid player, joining us from Inter in this save for 44.7 million. Barrios is 83 rated, he's 24 years of age only, a centre midfielder of course. Then we've got Hakimi on the right, he's 28, 86 rated, a big upgrade on Di Lorenzo, plus 3. And that is how we go into this 4th season. Hopefully, after 23 games, we are sitting in 3rd place in Serie A in the 4th season. 5 points behind Milan, 1 point behind Bergamo, who have 1 game in hand on us though. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. And we have topped our Champions League phase. That is incredible. That is crazy. I mean, ahead of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Athletic Club, and Dortmund. That is absolutely bonkers. We will have to step up big time in the round of 16 as we will face Barcelona first away from home. Let's see how this goes. Quick simming the game away at Camp Nou, and it's a 3-2 win. That's important. Dybala, Dovbyk and Mancini score our goals. Now, is this the start of something special? It's the Stadio Olimpico, second leg against Barca, and it's another win, 2-1, Dovbyk and Chiesa. Dortmund it is then in the quarterfinals, first at home at the Olimpico. Can we get a significant first result here? Yes, it's a 2-1 win, and we came back from behind. That's even better. Dovbyk with a brace. We immediately jump into the second leg in Dortmund. Can we confirm our spot in the semis? Yes, absolutely. Dovbyk again in the same minute and Brandt scored. That's something new here, but it's a 1-1 draw. And we emerge as the winners of this tie in the quarterfinals, going to the semis now. We are only 1 step away from the final now, facing Atletico Madrid, the Champions League winners, if I'm not mistaken, of last season. So actually the title holders, away at the Metropolitano, and it's a 2-0 win. We win and make a big step towards the final. Chiesa and Dovbyk, our goal scorers. We are really close to the final now. Facing Atletico at home, and it's a 2-1 loss, but it's a 3-2 win on aggregate. That was much tighter than I thought it would be. They scored 2 goals in the 90, answering our 2 from the first leg, but Pellegrini scores the deciding goal, our captain. We will face the big dog, PSG, in the Champions League final in season number 4. With an opportunity to finish on this is our best finish since the first place in the first season. Second place behind Milan, 77 points. Not bad of a season in Serie A. The Coppa Italia goes to Napoli over Parma, while we have been knocked out by Bologna in the quarterfinals. So no final there for the first time in 4 years. West Ham win the Europa League, surprisingly, over Inter. And finally, the Conference League goes to Newcastle over Panathinaikos. What are those stats? 49 goals for Dovbyk in 57 appearances. I've rarely seen something better in any other FIFA. So yeah, that's already crazy. We're not even 1 week into FC25. Chiesa with 19 goals and 11 assists. 9 goals for Hakimi and 6 assists. Third best scorer. Kone with 9 goals as well. This team will face PSG in the Champions League final and we are looking really good. Rarely a player under the overall of 85. Only player, yes, in the starting 11, that the lowest rated player in fact is Hermoso at 85. And even the bench is looking nice. Di Lorenzo still there. Soule, Boni. I mean, Soule as well as Baldanzi haven't developed as nicely as I would have hoped them at the beginning. But still, a very good squad, very good team. Here we are then, first look into the gameplay of FC25. Good interception by Mancini. Now Chiesa, can he send Dovbyk away? Dovbyk already away here after 7 minutes and we score our first goal. Nice pass here. First, you couldn't see that here, but Artem Dovbyk does really well. No problem against Gianluigi Donnarumma. 1-0 Roma after not even 10 minutes. Here comes Davies though. Alphonso Davies, careful. PSG on the charge, and how did they miss that? What a chance. Here is Dovbyk again into Kone. Kone trying to turn, not able against Silva. Keeps the ball though. Kone trying from distance. Crazy goal. Manu Kone. We are thrashing PSG here. 2-0, and that's a contender for the greatest goal of FC25 so far. I mean, Kone does well in the one-on-one situation here. And then, look at this, no chance for Donnarumma outside the boot. Kick of joy here from Manu Kone. Look at this from behind as well. Incredible. Here comes Valverde for PSG. Lunging in. We are lunging in here with tackles. Can't get him off the ball though. Valverde and Valle with a great save. And here is Chiesa. Chiesa seeing Dovbyk, who is away once more. Is this too easy? This is legendary. Dovbyk. Dovbyk. Does badly here. Here is Thuram. Careful. He's away here. Hermoso is not fast enough. Volley out, but it's a goal for PSG. They got one back in the first minute of added time. We're not really far into the game and I've not played a lot, but I can tell you it feels more realistic, it feels better, this FC25 game. And here Mancini does something absolutely good and then does something horrific. After that we could concede, but Hermoso is there and so is Valles. Oh my god, did you just see that? Valles with a horrific mistake. Oh my god, what a horrific mistake from Valles. I can't get over this. Valles does this here. I mean, he wants to pass it out from the back quickly. It bounces off a PSG player and then the goal scorer doesn't, I think it's Fabian Ruiz, doesn't have any difficulties lobbing that into the open empty net. It's 2-2. Mancini, those tackles are really pleasing me. It is Pellegrini into Gutierrez. We are playing some nice front-footed football. Dovbyk, Kone. Here comes Chiesa. Chiesa! Here is Rodrigo. We cannot get away, but Gutierrez does so well. He's been one of our best players. And then Gross with just brought on to the field as well. Now Dovbyk, 1-on-1, scores, it's 3-2. We are once again up here in the Champions League final. A brace by Artem Dovbyk, our big striker who has had incredible stats all season long, or really long I should say. And look at this, great pass by Zubimendi into the path of Dovbyk, who makes no mistake here against Gianluigi Donnarumma, the Italian. Careful, here come Lee Kang-in into Rodrigo. Rodrigo up against Gross, that's no offside. Still Lee Kang-in, and a great save by Valles in the last minute. It's a corner kick, Rodrigo. We have to hold on for one more minute. PSG with another chance. Big save, Valles, what is this? It's 3-3. What was that by Valles again? What are those keepers doing? Oh my god, look at this. I mean, first off, that pass wasn't great, but what is this for an assist from Valles? We have to do all the work still here, even though we were home and host. Still nothing to show for you in the Santiago Bernabeu. And we are once again in possession of the ball. It's Dovbyk. It is Pellegrini. Here come a good ball. This must be offside. It's not actually. Careful, we've started bad here in that second half. It's Lee Kang-in and Valles this time with the save. Here is Dovbyk now. Can we go on a counter? Great ball into the path of Chiesa. We're too slow though. Will we really go to a penalty shootout in our first game of FC25? It really looks like it. Valles trying to play it very fastly, swiftly, but it's a penalty shootout. We start off with Artem Dovbyk. I don't know how to hit penalties on this game, but it seems to be no different to FC24, at least from the looks of it. It's whose knee now. And Valles makes a save. Important. Now Dybala. It's Paulo Dybala against Gianluigi Donnarumma, and Paulo scores as usual. It's Lee Kang-in now against Alex Valles. Valles doesn't save this one. Now Pellegrini against Donnarumma. Pellegrini! 3-1 Roma. Desiree Doué, the wonder kid, against Valle, who can't save it, just about. And now Cristante. It's Brian Cristante against Gianluigi Donnarumma. He stays down the middle every time. And we are now up with a match ball. If Valle saves that from Simmons, but he doesn't. However, now we have it in our own hands. It's Hakimi. If he scores against his former club, what a story that would be. Roma would be Champions League winners, and they are! We have completed the first rebuild of FC25 here and now, with a penalty kick of Achraf Hakimi after a highly dramatical 120 minutes. This was the pen that pushed us to that Champions League trophy. This is the scene here. I'm gonna leave you with the celebrations very soonly, as Pellegrini will lift the Champions League, the first one in Roma's history. 3-3 after 120 minutes, a win on penalties, and our first rebuild is completed. Many more will come, and so if you want to stay updated, if you enjoyed this rebuild, the first one of FC25, then please consider dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel, as well as hitting that little notification bell. It's been a pleasure for me to make that for you guys. And until next time, I'm gonna leave you with the celebrations. It's been Rebuild Sombrero. I'm out!